Hello everybody, it's Infinity Bright coming at you today with today's weekly theory video. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a theory every single week, at least if I have a theory. As of late, I haven't really seen any theories pop up. If you guys have a theory that you want to see posted on the channel, want me to do a video on it and all that, I'd be more than happy to have anybody come at me with one. But today's theory is actually from myself because I couldn't find any theories. And I believe I'm missing one, and if you guys have one, I said I'd do a video, remind me because I might have lost your comment somewhere. So just put a comment below or email me and I'll get to the theory and I'll make a video on it. So yes, today's theory is actually from myself of all people. I know, the last time I came up with an original theory was the two theme theories and the Ebony Warrior theory. Every other theory since then has mostly been other people, and I'm always glad to point out, credit where credit is due. But for me, this theory today is actually from myself for once, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. So today's theory is actually going to be, is the Eternal Champion the agent from Daggerfall? Now I know a lot of you guys might be like, oh, this is obvious, or oh, this is nothing new, Jay, but I have not seen any. I looked into this, I couldn't find it anywhere that anyone was talking about this. And it might be because maybe I didn't do enough research, but I've been looking into it the last 2-3 days and I couldn't find any information that said directly that these two were the same person. But at the same time, there's a lot of evidence to point that they are the same person, or at least are intended to be the same person by Bethesda themselves. So in order to connect these two people, I needed to go through the games. I needed to see what kind of links that they had and what would the lore behind each of the characters. As you know, the Eternal Champion is a member of the Emperor's Court from the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena. He was a member of the Emperor's Court around the same time that Yeager Tharn had actually put the Emperor into a plane of oblivion, or as the game puts it, another plane of existence or another pocket dimension. The Emperor was put there, and when that happened, the battle mage Yeager Tharn decided to kind of disguise himself as the Emperor so that he could rule the Empire under his own free will. This ended up causing a lot of differences in how the Empire worked. A lot of the guards were replaced by demons and other Daedra that were disguised to look like regular people, and a lot of the Emperor's court were ousted or thrown in prison, or anybody that would oppose him was killed. Your character in the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena is thrown into the Imperial dungeons underneath the Imperial City. You have to escape through the help of a person named Rhea Silmain. It is actually said in the official guide for the game that your character is roughly 19 years old. This would mark them as just barely an adult. This means that your character is extremely young, and by the end of the game, which is confirmed to take course over the course of roughly 10 years if I'm not mistaken, that means your character at most would be the age of 29 to 30 years old. This would be perfect for the character in the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, considering a lot of the information in the beginning of Daggerfall points to the idea that your character knows the Emperor Uriel Septim VII. Now at the end of Arena, the Emperor thanks you for all of your hard work and effort, and names you the Eternal Champion of the Empire.
Thou art truly a child of the Empire. I thank thee for thy assistance. I have a particular idea as to the question of your service in mind. From this day forth, thou art named the Eternal Champion. From thy hand shall be dealt the needs of the Empire. I, Uriel Septim, true Emperor of Tamriel, do decree and thus make law. Arise, my champion, and take thy rightful place at my side.
This means that you are the hand of the Empire, that you are to serve Emperor Uriel Septim and given the highest honor and highest respects by all of the Legion. This essentially makes you the agent of the Emperor, the hand, the will. This makes you basically the champion of all of the Empire, and Emperor Uriel Septim sees you in a warmer light and as a friend after this. At the beginning of Daggerfall, he points out that you are a close friend to him, that he respects you, and that you are his champion.
Over a year ago, King Lysandus of Daggerfall died honorably on the field of battle. He was as loyal a subject, ally, and friend as you are. Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of oblivion, bringing peace to his soul. I ask this as your Emperor and your friend. Now, my champion, rest well this night, for tomorrow you sail for the kingdom of Daggerfall.
This only points out the idea that you are indeed the champion from the end of Arena, and it actually makes it quite interesting, the idea that you are sent over, meaning all of your skills and other such things should carry over into Daggerfall, but they don't, obviously, for gameplay purposes. This idea is compelling, and I tried to look into any lore that would back it up. I actually read The Life of Uriel Septim VII, and it does point out the Eternal Champion, but it doesn't point out the Agent or the Nerevarine from Elder Scrolls 2 and 3. This is mostly an idea that the idea of the Emperor wanting to keep these agents secret, as he wants it to seem that he just overcame a lot of his opponents or overcame a lot of the obstacles, mostly because he was just in power, not because of his agents. So the idea of the agent appearing during the Warp in the West was never really discussed. I couldn't find anything, though I might have missed something here and there, and if I did, point it out respectfully down in the comment section. But for the most part, I couldn't find anything pointing out the fate of the Agent from the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, or the Eternal Champion from the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena. So it goes to show that maybe both of these characters' fates are the same, as they are the same person. The Eternal Champion would have disappeared sometime after the events of Daggerfall. It's not been shown at all that during the events of Oblivion or any of the other games that the Eternal Champion is mentioned at all. This is most likely because he disappeared during the time of Daggerfall, when the Agent had gone and disappeared with the Warp in the West. Now, I was looking into the events of when Arena and Daggerfall took place in relativity to each other, and I couldn't find any information telling me exactly when Daggerfall was set. I do know when Arena was set, but that doesn't help me at all if I have no idea what year Daggerfall was set. I couldn't find any information saying that it was a set amount of years away from Arena, but we can assume that it's set sometime after the end of Arena, considering the fact that the Emperor is back in control of the Empire. Or at least I would assume this is, unless this is of course Yeager Tharn in disguise, but there is no information proving or disproving that theory altogether. I find it interesting because, honestly, if you look at Daggerfall, the character you have has a background, but it isn't very specific on dates or when you went into the Emperor's service. It just simply explains how you went into the Emperor's court to begin with, and this could have taken place before the events of Arena. So there is no way of knowing for sure whether or not you were recruited before or after the beginning of Arena. I would assume, though, that this means that you were recruited a long time ago, though you would think that it would mention something along the lines of you serving the Emperor proudly. I just have no idea why there wouldn't be any more information date-wise as to when Daggerfall was set, unless you guys could find something, but I spent the last half hour looking for information set on it, and I couldn't find any information whatsoever through any of the wikis that was actually confirmed by the games themselves. Even me going into the game itself, it didn't really tell me the exact year that the game was set in. It just said the month, the day, and the time, and that was about it. Overall, this is all the information I really have to go off of. I tried to look into any more information whatsoever, but most of this has to do with the fact that it really isn't explained the fate of the Agent or the Eternal Champion, unless I'm mistaken, and the idea that the Emperor does refer to you as his champion and a close friend. The idea behind this is pretty interesting, and I'm surprised no one's really gone into this before. Like I said, I always say, well, I'm surprised no one goes into this stuff, but I truly do try to find topics that are interesting that no one seems to do any sort of video or anything on. And I do like the concept of me doing original content. If you guys have any theories like this that you want me to discuss in the future or look into, let me know. I'm more than happy to do them, and you might be next week's video. So, like I said, hit me an email, leave a comment, hit me through my Twitter or my Discord. All the links will be down in the description, or like I said, just leave a comment on the video. Either way, this does it for this short little theory. I had a lot of fun making this one, doing a lot of information on it. If you guys have anything you want to add to it or disprove, let me know respectfully down in the comment sections. I love getting a little bit of discussions going. Just try to be respectful. I like having conversations with you guys. It's always very insightful to talk with you. So yeah, you guys take it easy. This has been Infinity Break, reminding you all to say it with me now. Play well, eat well, and of course love well, friends. I hope you guys go out there and strive to break infinity, and I hope you guys have a nice day, night, evening, wherever and whenever you're at. Take it easy, guys.